base. That's what happens with some of these false religions. Number 6. Where is Satan's present headquarters? How does he feel about people? Now, you just read there in Revelation chapter 12, there's this war in heaven. Satan was cast out where? Into the earth. You read there in the book of Job, there's a day when the sons of God came to present themselves before the Lord, and the devil came also. And the Lord said to the devil, "Where'd you come from?" He said, "I came from the earth." This is describing some heavenly meeting. Satan's come from the earth where his office is. See, out of immense space, there's only one planet where the devil succeeded in enticing the inhabitants to listen to him, outside of 1/3 of the angels that fell with him. That's this world. How many of you remember a parable Jesus told? Shepherd had 100 sheep. 99 made it safely back to the fold. One was missing. He left the 99 and went pursuing that one lost sheep. You realize Jesus has infinite other creatures in heaven. I believe there's life on other worlds. Well, we already know there's angels, right? That's life. I think our world has been quarantined by sin. Jesus left the protection of heaven, and he came looking for this lost world, this lost sheep. This is where the devil's got us kidnapped, and Christ came to pay the ransom with his own life. Well, this earth is now his headquarters. I ought to pause again and just ask another very basic question. Why is the devil preoccupied with tempting human beings? Now, we're talking about the highest of the angels. The Bible tells us in Psalms, human beings are made lower than even the lowest of the angels. We're talking about battling with the highest of the angels. Are you and I any match for the devil in our own strength and intellect? No. Why is he entertained with tormenting and bothering humans? I'll tell you what it is. His battle is not with people. The devil's battle is with Christ. He wanted to be God. See, Jesus is God the Son. He's got the prerogatives of God. He's all-powerful and all-knowing. He has creative power, and the devil does not have the power to give life. And he wanted that. And this rebellion broke out, and he was cast out, and now he wants to hurt God by hurting the object of his supreme love. The Lord loves you more than any earthly parent loves their children. Now, what would hurt you more? If someone held you down and tortured you, put bamboo shoots under your fingernails, took away your VCR, or if they held down your child and tortured your child in front of you, what would hurt more? I told you last night how much it hurt to watch my son suffer. Broke my heart. Would have done anything to change places with him. The devil knows that Jesus loves us. He knows how he can hurt God by hurting us. And you know what hurts God more than anything? Not only our death. When a Christian dies, God's not worried. But when we sin, oh, it hurts God. And the devil knows it hurts God, and that's why he fools with us. And the more misery he can cause in this world was beautiful when God made it. The more misery the devil can cause in this world, he points to everybody in the universe, he says, God made this. See all the suffering down here? Well, if he was a God of love, would he do this? Look at these creatures, they're miserable. He blames it on God. The devil will do something wrong and then put the blame somewhere else. The devil will tell you to sin, and then he'll turn you in for doing it. Did you know that? He's not your friend. He said, sin, you'll enjoy it, it'll feel good. And right when he sinks the hook, then he puts you in his boat. Just when you think it's really going to be fun, then you find out that you're an addict. The devil told Judas, you'll get 30 pieces of silver. And then the devil turned him in. Judas went out and hung himself. Who do you think inspired Judas to hang himself? The devil. He'll tell you to do it, and he'll kill you for doing it. He doesn't have your welfare in mind. So whenever you're tempted, know if the devil's telling you to do something, the end result is misery. But he's a deceiver. He'll paint it in its most beautiful picture. You ever seen the alcohol advertisements? It just really, I had a drinking problem before I was a Christian. And I look at the alcohol advertisements that you see in the back of magazines in different places. They're starting to restrict where they can put them. They'll have some guy dressed up like James Bond. He's the epitome of health. And the models they hire to do this don't even drink. He's got a beautiful, gorgeous girl, healthy skin, beautiful figure under his arm. He's standing in front of a $50,000 sports car, in front of a $50 million hotel. He looks like he's got the good life, and he's got their brand of liquor or spirits in his hand. Incidentally, you know where the word spirits for alcohol came from? Because of the evil spirits that take over when you drink it. You ever lose your temper? You know who finds it when you lose it? The devil. You ever done things you felt like you were possessed when you lost your temper? And here you got this picture of drinking. People say, hey, I'd like to have that girl and that car and that hotel, and so they buy the liquor. Then all of a sudden they're in the gutter and they're throwing up. This wasn't at all like the advertisement. I'd like to have the booze companies advertise liquor with those pictures. Wonder what would happen to sales. Advertise smoking by showing somebody having a lung removed or walking around breathing through their neck. I wonder how much smoking would sell, or how the tobacco companies would do. The devil paints sin as beautiful. You already know that. Number 7, when God created